My name is Rebecca. I'm the Director of Communications for Michelin in the Middle East. And we actually introduced the Michelin Man Academy in Dubai about 2 years ago with the aim of really empowering kids through education and entertainment. Before sharing with you the program, I especially want to thank Thomas, who's sitting in the back, for opening the doors for us to KHDA. And Thomas is on Road Safety UAE. And to Nigel Ludlam and Sarah for bringing along the kids and for being a great support for the program. So we're able to be able to show you what we do rather than just tell you what we do. We're very excited about the potential of the Michelin Man Academy because I think it's a great opportunity to engage the kids and even, I would say, try to change the behaviors of the children and by extension of their parents to road safety. So in the last 2 years, we've reached about 6,000 kids and we're hoping with your help to be able to reach out to another 6,000 more next year. Okay. Rather than let me just do all the talking, I'd like to invite Nigel here, and I'd like to ask him about his experience with the program.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Hi, Nigel.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
So what's your opinion, Nigel, of the main difference between the Michelin Man Academy and the other programs that you've run?
Okay, well, we've had, perhaps like you, we've had lots of other people offer to come to school with things like pedal cars round tracks, kind of as a vague disguise for teaching road safety. But it really didn't teach road safety. The difference is with this programme, it uses the children to teach them about the important aspects of road safety and the important aspects in Dubai about things like wearing seatbelts, parents not using their mobile phones when they're driving, being aware of speed, not tailgating, those sorts of things. And then it's very clever because it uses the children to get back at the parents, because the students become an ambassador, a Michelin Man ambassador, and that's the key to it. As ambassadors for the Michelin Academy, we use them to get onto the parents. So that's the clever part about it.
Thank you. And what would you say would be the fit of the Michelin Man Academy to your curriculum?
I think it fits into any, for me, it fits into any primary school curriculum in some shape or form. It's one of those things that you could do across a whole assembly, so you're addressing the whole of your primary school. It could be one of those things that you have inbuilt as part of your PSCHE, your personal, social, health education. So it fits very nicely. Road safety is such an important part of school, and in particular here. So it certainly fits into the PSHE curriculum. And if your school have something like a health and safety week, it fits straight away into that, or a healthy lifestyle week. You know, this is about lifestyle. It's not just a one-off, and that's the important part of it.
So next year we're actually creating a slightly different program. We're inviting, or we're creating a Teach the Teacher program. And what are your thoughts on that?
I think teaching the teacher is always a good move. This is a program that anyone can follow. You do not need the Michelin people necessarily, the characters, although they're extremely good. You can do it without them. But one of the things that we'd like to do is where we have an IB where IGCSE up until they get to year 12 and 13. Our older students in the school are IB students, and as part of their IB they need to do their CAS hours. Now I think it would be a great thing to teach the IB students the programme and get the IB students to deliver it to your primary school children. For me, that would be a perfect way. It gives the IB students the responsibility, the CAS hours, and it makes great relationships with the children.
So you're saying that you take the older kids, train them in the program, and have them deployed to the younger kids?
Absolutely, I think it would work really well.
Okay, well that sounds really good. Thank you, Nigel.
Great, thank you very much. Thank you.
So without further ado, I'd like to invite Naira up with her ambassadors and to work with the kids, and so you can see the program in action, after which we'll take any of your questions.
Good afternoon. We're going to wake up right now. I know some of us had a little lunch. We're a little, but now we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. And I say that because this program is alive. It's an action-oriented, program to deliver to your kids, and it not only makes them more interactive, makes them more active, but it makes you active as well. So my name is Naira, and this is Casey, and this is Muhammad, and we're here to teach you about road safety. Now, when you come to school, okay, the first thing we do is do an observation sheet. And so in our observation sheet, we pull from the packet. So I'm going to have Casey and Muhammad pass out the packet to the students. Now again, we are delivering a teach-to-teacher program. This could be an optional thing, or we have other ways of trying to help you deliver this to your students if the packets are unavailable to you. Okay? And so, the first thing we're going to do is do a self-reflection. Self-reflection is really tapping into prior knowledge of the student, and this is very important, okay? So in the packet, there's an observation 1 sheet, and it asks one simple question: what is your experience? And let me just actually read it. Open one for me. This is a really cool packet too, because when they open it up, it's kind of sealed here. It says, "Welcome to safety," and when they open it up, they put their name in there. This becomes their packet. They take ownership. They have a card, okay, because now they're in the academy, and at the end of this academy, they become ambassadors. And so there's information. So the first thing they see is the observation sheet number 1, which asks a couple questions. We have, which class are you? So open up your packets, okay? And they will take a moment to fill this out. And it says, how do you travel to school? Is it by car, by bus, or something else, okay? When in the vehicle, is everyone wearing a seatbelt? Yes or no? And believe me, there's a lot of no's that get ticked off on this card. Did the driver talk on his or her mobile phone? Yes, but yes or no is the option. And sometimes the kids will write something additional. It's very interesting. Is the driver respecting the speed limits? Yes or no? Okay? And then you have 2 bonus questions. That's if they know, but it's not required. But this is what gets them started and gets them thinking, okay? And this is the observation sheet, okay? Did everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go just randomly, pick or choose. You tell me, what are some of your answers? How many of you, yes, tell me. When you're in the vehicle, is everyone wearing a seatbelt?
If I would answer that, I would say sometimes.
Sometimes, see?
Most of the time
Most of the times they wear it, but sometimes they don't, right? What about you?
Never.
Never.
Oh, some
boy.
people, they don't even wear this the whole time.
Not at all. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Did the driver talk on his or her mobile phone?
Not really.
Not really? Okay, that's a good thing. Okay.
Barely.
Barely? What does barely really mean? Meaning sometimes?
Not most of the time.
Not most of the time, but it may happen once in the blue moon? Okay, okay. What about?
They talk on the speaker.
They talk on the speaker, okay. Are they still holding the phone in their hand?
Oh no.
They put it, okay. So they have like a Bluetooth, yes? Okay, this is good, yes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Let's go to the next one. Is the driver respecting the speed limits?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, great. Yes?
Yes.
How many say no? Raise your hand. Why no?
I know your mum, I'll speak to her later.
So he says no, okay? But some of the answers that these kids really, they tell you a story, they're already engaged, okay? And then we now move into, before I get into that, the 6,000 students that we delivered to, we actually had them fill out We have a second observation sheet, and then one of these boxes were in their classroom. And so a week from that time, they put the observation sheet 2. This is after they've been given all of the information and they've gone through the program, okay? And they're now ambassadors, and you'd be surprised. Every student goes home and shares this with their family. It's the table, it's the talk of the table at dinner time, okay? And so some of the feedback we received is that, and these are from children's ages 5 and 11 years old, 11% of the students claimed that the driver broke the speed limit. Are we surprised? Not really. Next one, 26% of the students told us that driver of the car used their mobile phone while driving, okay? Uh-oh. And then 33% of students traveling in passenger cars do not wear seatbelts, okay? And so this not only tells us as an academy that this program is really, really necessary, okay? Very necessary. And we also delivered it to bus drivers too, okay? And so then the next thing we do is we go into the role play, okay? We have a setup here, okay? And what we do is that we give a scenario. And the scenario is that there's a family going on a trip, okay? And so we have Mom and Dad, who are represented by Casey Muhammad, okay? And we need 2 children. So because I don't like to have this duty, I usually turn it over to the teacher.
Okay, yeah.
And she chooses a boy and a girl.
Choose Sabine and Yusuf.
Okay. And so they go stand with the ambassadors as the happy family, and everybody gets a kick out of this, okay? And so this family is about to go out on a family trip using the family car. The family car right here. Well, what do we know the family car? Family car has the driver's seat, the passenger seat, and the 2 seats in the back, okay? And so we have choices on where they should go. Burj Al Arab, Burj Khalifa, Global Village, or Wild Wadi? Which one do you want to go to? Of course, they always choose Wild Wadi. And so they go to Wild Wadi and go, yay! Okay, and so I've already introduced the car to the children, okay? And let's see if we remember. This is the
Two seats in the back.
and 2 seats in the back, awesome, okay? And so I think the family is ready to go on their trip.
Yeah, I think so. Wait, hold on. Have you guys seen my keys?
Adam, kids?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's go. Okay, who wants to? Okay, where are you going? Your daddy wanted to sit next to you?
Okay, come on.
Come.
Sit beside
So you can observe the
A long
road. You can
drive.
help daddy drive.
Oh,
Okay.
now.
But, darling, don't you think the tires are a little bit flat when I
Yeah.
was coming in the car?
Well,
Sure we
I
don't.
checked them, but those a long time ago. It's fine.
Okay,
I think to be safe.
that's fine.
Okay.
We're with you. No need to worry. No
Yeah.
need.
So we're
It's
listening.
okay. Your parents are here. We'll protect you.
No need for this.
We're listening, and as we're listening and watching the role play, you're going to write down what you see is not safe to do, okay, in a car. Okay, so everybody the kids have their whiteboards and their whiteboard markers, and they're writing and observing as they watch this, okay?
Wait, hold on. My phone is ringing. Hello? Yeah, well, we're on the way. It's fine. Yeah, we're gonna be there about 30 minutes. Yeah, right. See you there. Bye.
Did you see it? Write it
Do you want to
down.
watch the view out of the window? Oh, look at it. Look what we have. So look, what is it? Is it a beautiful beach? Look how beautiful the sun is shining. Look at the wind. Can you feel it? It's actually getting better now, don't you think?
Okay. So we're using our best eyes to observe. Okay, I see a whole lot of writing and I love it.
Yeah, I think we're running a little bit late, don't you think?
I don't know. I think we're fine.
I don't know.
What
I
do
think
you
I have
think?
step on it. Like, yeah, step on it.
But try to be careful.
Yep, that's fine.
Ooh. Did we see that? Did we hear that? Did you hear that? No? You
Look
did?
out! Watch, the light is turning. It's from the green to the yellow.
It's
Watch
fine,
out!
I see it. Always win the light challenge.
The light challenge. Whoa. Okay.
Wait, my phone again. Yeah, hello? Yeah, well, actually I'm out with my family, so yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at work, it's fine.
Okay.
I can't believe it, they're even calling me on my day off.
I think we're running late.
Yeah.
You really better step on it.
Cool.
There's so many cars in front. Just
Get out!
Come on, honk at them. they cannot.
Well-
Why are they driving so slow?
Good question.
I see some wonderful answers written down. Awesome. Good observing. Okay. So have we arrived?
Yeah.
Have we arrived? Are
They
we
have
ready to get out of
arrived
the
to
car?
Wild Wadi. Well, we're going to let the family go enjoy Wild Wadi. And you and I, we need to discuss what did we just observe, okay? So family, have a good time at Wild Wadi.
Yay, we're gonna enjoy it.
All right.
Ready to go for the
Let's go.
rides?
So now, dear International School, who can tell me what's the first thing you saw that was,
They had a flat tire.
they had a flat tire. So you should be checking what? The tire pressure. Yes, you should have a good set of tires, and tire pressure is very important. What else did you see?
There was a kid in front, which is redundant.
Excellent observation. There was a child in the front, okay? There should be no children. Who thinks they know the age of the person, of the age which a child should not be sitting in the front? High five. All right. Yes, 8 years old. So no child from actually under the age of 10 years old, but we'll take 8 years old, should be sitting in the front, okay? Who thinks they know why?
Because they're too small. If the airbag comes off, then they might.
Double high five. Okay, all right. Because of the airbag can injure in case of an accident. If the airbag deploys, they can injure the child in the front, okay? So both children should be sitting in the back and parents in the front. Who can tell me the next thing they saw? Yes.
The driver can't talk on the phone.
The driver can't talk on the phone. He has one hand on the wheel and one hand on his on his phone, okay? You need both hands on the wheel, okay? Very important. Yes.
Didn't pass the red light.
Don't pass the red light. At yellow, we should be slowing down, okay, to a stop, okay? No speeding through the red light. Yes.
They were putting their hands out the window.
Ooh, say it again.
They were putting their body out the window.
They're putting their body out of the window, hanging out. Hey, wow, that's awesome. And why? Why were they hanging out the window? What was missing?
Because if they do it, then maybe like they might fall at like.
They might fall, but what was missing? What's the number one thing that was missing here?
A, she wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and B, she was sitting on top of her mom's.
Okay, she was not wearing a seatbelt. Since she was wearing her seatbelt, she certainly would not be sitting on mommy's lap, right? Okay, I think we got everything. Did we get everything?
No.
No? You saying no? There was one more thing?
Over the speed limit?
He was driving over the speed limit. Okay, not only was he speeding through the red light, but he was driving over the speed limit. So he has to drive within the speed limit. Good catch, okay? And so here's some of the aggressive driving, okay? Do you know what the word aggressive means?
Yeah.
Yes?
It means like very fast or something very good driving, like more fast.
Not quite, not quite. Yes.
Like disrespectful.
Okay, okay. It's more like the person has to like, hey, get out of the way. You're in my way. That kind of aggressive and taking, you know, trying to take over the road, okay? So it's a behavior, okay? How we're acting when we're behind the wheel. So we talked about the tires being checked on the mobile phone, child hanging from the window, speeding through the signals, and of course no seatbelt. Who could tell me what tailgating is? Didn't really see it there, but I want to talk about it. It's a very good point. What's tailgating?
Tailgating is when there's a lot of cars around one car and then another car is really close.
Can I get a high five on that one? Yeah.
It happens to me as well.
Okay. Tailgating. Going right behind the car, and that's a big issue here in the UAE. Okay. So I think, are we ready for the family to go home?
Yeah.
You think you can instruct them on how to go home safely now?
Yeah.
Can I get a yes?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. We want the family's just coming from Wild Wadi. They had such a good time.
We had so much fun. I think
Yeah.
we're rested and ready to go home.
What do you guys think I should do first?
What should I do first?
Try that shit.
Good idea. Great.
Okay.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
check.
It's perfect.
So, who should sit where? Do you think the kids chosen the right sitting place in the car?
Yep.
Okay, good job. Because why? Why do kids have to sit at the back? We already recapped that. Yeah?
Because the airbag might come out.
Exactly. So in case of the injury, the kid's going to be protected more in the back. Wait,
What should we do now?
are we missing
What's
anything?
missing? Go.
Seatbelt.
Correct. Put on our seatbelts on,
Over the shoulders.
over the
Okay.
shoulders, yeah?
Do you have your seatbelt on? Yeah, because that's the kinds of seatbelts we have, right? Over the shoulder. All right. Okay.
Yeah. All safe at the back?
Yep.
Okay. Great. So start
I
driving.
think we're ready to go.
Yeah?
No.
Wait,
No.
is that?
What's missing?
You have to turn your phone off.
It's my fault.
But that was a
Great
good case because
answer.
his phone was ringing. I could hear that because I was sitting next to him. So would you please turn on your phone?
Yes. Well, can you
Yes?
turn it off for me?
I'll do that, and I'm gonna put it in my bag so you cannot touch it while you're driving. Okay? So
So,
now we're gonna go home.
oh, there's a yellow light, signal
Stop.
light. What should I do? So,
Do not cross.
okay, so should I slow down and start?
Okay. So we stop. And as you
Okay.
notice, the kids sit at the very back and they're quiet and they're not talking. Why is that? Okay?
So they don't disturb the driver.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
So Dad can drive safely, can get all of us home after a very beautiful journey that what we spent with me, my husband, and my kids. Don't you agree? We had a good time? Awesome?
All right. Good job, guys. Give yourself a hand. Thank you, family, and thank you. What is your name?
Yusuf.
Yusuf and Sabine for being the two children. Give a hand to your classmates. Okay, you can sit down. Thank you, ambassadors. And so I think we learned a lot. Did we learn anything new? What's the number one thing that all drivers or passengers should be doing in the car? Putting their seatbelts on, absolutely, okay? So usually at the end of this program, we reinforce, okay, with a rap song, okay? And in the rap song, we have movement. Now, some of you were here in the morning session. We actually demonstrated that with 4 students, okay?
Do you want to do the rap?
Would you like to do the rap? Can I get is 2 of the students? I think 2 of the students are here. 3 of the students are here. Can I get those 3? 1, 2, and 3, yes. 3 of the students are here, okay? Come up and demonstrate the rap song, okay? Here. Come stand over here. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Stand here. Stand here. Awesome, okay? And so in the rap song, we usually do the first 4 lines with movement. We introduce it line by line with movement. So they'll just show it to you. You ready? Okay, I'm gonna count 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Here's a song that you should know, a song to make that traffic flow. Fasten your seatbelts, turn off your phone, reduce your speed, stay in the zone.
Awesome. Good job. Okay. Thank you so much. You can have a seat now. Yes. And so and then as soon as we go outside, that's all you see in the schoolyard is the kids doing the movements, you know. And what else is happening out there is because the third thing is we have activities, and one of the major activities we have in here that the kids really take to is the Chatterbox. It's an old game that I did it as a kid. I mean, it's just been around for so long, and it still has its attraction to kids. So it's like an origami where you fold it, and you kind of actually folded one so that you can see. Is it this one?
It's here.
Yes? Okay. But I had one folded up and I can't seem to find my bag. I apologize. I don't know where it is. I wanted to show you, but that's okay. Okay, if I find it, I'll go around and pass it around. But this is the Chatterbox. And they fold it and it becomes this game that they play outside in the yard, okay? And this also reinforces the information that we shared during the program. This is a program, again, that we can deliver to you as a professional development where if you don't invite us, me, ambassadors into your school, to do it in front of either an assembly or in individual classes. You can do it. We have a package as well that we can teach you how to deliver it, and this can be, integrated with other courses as well. Like I mentioned in the beginning, in the morning session, that if you're a math teacher, science teacher, whatever teacher, primary school, it can be integrated as well into those lessons. Can I have the previous? Thank you. I just wanted to make sure that you were able to see this. So children, through the use of creative play, encourages communication between themselves. Children become involved in their own learning. Children absorb key road safety messages through experiential creative play. And creative learning has the ability to transform children's thinking. Okay? So I thank you for sitting with us and watching us do just a snippet of what we do for road safety. Thank you so much.
Ambassadors. So over to you for any questions or clarifications that you'd like to have, and I'm sure we can ask Nigel to join us, and Naira will be available to take questions as well. Any questions that you might have? Right, so what we will be doing, if there are no specific questions, is we'd like to hand out to you one of these kits, and also to, if you have, and some information, so if you have any questions in the future, you can just send an email to us. All right, thank you very much.
One last thing I almost forgot to mention, here's another thing that's an added bonus, is that at the end, we said, well, you're ready to become ambassadors, and are you ready to become ambassadors?
Yes.
Yes, and so when they're ready to become ambassadors, they get this slap wrist watch. Oh, and they love it, okay? And so this means it has responsibility that if you're wearing this, that somebody's going to ask you what this means, and they must share the information that they learned. Okay, thank you so much again. So we're going to pass one out to each of you, and you get to be ambassadors now.
Can I just say a couple of points
Sure.
before we finish as a teacher working in a school? The wristbands are brilliant. What we did was keep them right until the end of the day, because if you give them at lunchtime, you can imagine, slightly chaotic, because they all want to be slapping over their wrists and then they get lost. They say, oh, I've lost mine. So we left those until the end of the day when we gave them out. The other thing was, we, in a sort of weekly news or bi-weekly newsletter that we sent to parents, we told the parents, I mean, the children told their parents anyway that we had the Michelin Man Academy in school. But there was a paragraph in our newsletter. What we then did was we linked it to the Road Safety UAE project, which is Thomas's project. And I gave them, our parents had sent the newsletters electronically. So there was a hyperlink that they could go to so that they could then pledge to the Road Safety UAE program. So I'm just kind of saying that for Thomas's benefit, because it's really important. As a family, as a dad myself, one of the things that horrified me when I first came to the UAE, and it still horrifies me, is the number of people who don't wear their seatbelts. The number of people that I see driving along and they're on the and it angers me still when I'm driving. But by getting the parents involved, by the children doing it, and then by sending in our newsletter and reinforcing those points about safety belt, about keeping speed down, about not using your mobile phone, and actually the fourth one about tailgating, then, and getting parents to sign to the pledge, it reinforced it as well. And then in our assemblies and in our classes, we said to the children afterwards, you need to nag your parents. If they're not wearing their seatbelt, nag them. And that's really important. It's about getting the children to do the work that we can't all do. So I think that's a really important additional message, and hopefully that helps you.
Nigel, can I also ask a question about, is there any impact from this regarding school bus transport?
Well, what we decided, we delivered this to, I said this morning if you came into the presentation, initially we delivered this to years 4, 5 and 6. And I was really impressed with it. You've only seen a little snippet today. It lasted about half an hour. We had the Michelin Man turned up to do the rap at the end, which was brilliant. It was great fun. We had people like myself and the principal and the teacher. You know, we all joined in doing the Michelin Man rap, which the children enjoyed. I was so impressed with it, I asked if we could have them back to do years 1, 2 and 3, which we did. And then we were talking about the bus drivers, because a lot of the children, when they're asked about, you know, does everybody in your vehicle coming to school have their seatbelts? Now, do people stay, you know, make sure they're not using the phone? And we had 1 or 2 of the children saying, well, actually, our bus driver or our bus assistant occasionally talks on the phone. Sometimes they don't wear their seatbelt. Some of the older children who are on our bus, even though they're told, they don't always wear their seatbelt. So what we did was we invited them also to talk, when they'd done one of the sessions with our children, to talk to all our bus drivers and all our bus assistants. And we got them to join in the role play. And we didn't get them to write down, but we got them to discuss, okay, so what's going wrong in the role play? And that was really good, because it's so important that your bus drivers and your bus assistants are on board. They have to be on board with all this, but they do need a constant reminder. So yeah, we found that was absolutely great to deliver it to our bus drivers and our bus assistants as well. Was that the answer that you were hoping?
The perfect answer.
Questions? All right, thank you for coming, and we'll pass out the